Biocon Biologics, the company reported their number. It was a beat in terms of the revenue as well as the margins of the company overall from what the street was expecting. The stock is holding on to gains of almost 1%. But to talk about the outlook of the company, we are joined by Mr. Shreyas Tambe, who is the CEO and MD at Biocon Biologics, joining in with us this afternoon. Very good afternoon, Mr. Tambe. Thank you so much for joining in with us. What I want to start by is talking about your biosimilar business, right? That did very well in FY24, and you met your guidance as well for the $1 billion sale. How do you see biosimilar growth in FY25? Any growth range that you have set for yourself as an internal target?
We began the year, there was certainly that question whether Biocon Biologics will be in a position to deliver on what we had committed, and we had said that we were on a trajectory to get to that $1 billion in revenues by the end of fiscal 24. And we're very happy that we've delivered on that commitment that we had made, and Biocon Biologics has crossed that $1 billion mark at the end of March 2024. As of how it is going to play out in fiscal 25, I think more than guidance, I want to talk to you about the strategy that we've come up with, because the last year and post the acquisition that we completed, the Q4 of fiscal 24 was the first full quarter that Biocon Biologics actually was in control of the business. And the strategy that we've come up with is a three-step strategy, which is the first thing was to preserve value in the acquired business that we had done. And we've done that piece well. We've passed that phase where we've now consolidating the business, which is the second phase. We preserve, consolidate, and then get into the third step, which is accelerate. So at this stage, what I would say is Biocon Biologics is in that second step of consolidating the acquired business. And then we will look at accelerating growth, because we've put all the building blocks in place to set us up very nicely for the future.
Okay, Shreyas, point taken. So you have consolidated the acquisition and now looking at the next leg of growth. But talk to me about market shares of different products. I think Humira was one thing you've managed to increase a bit of a market share. But give me more color about that and the rest of your products in the US and other places.
See, with all our three products, which are there in both medical benefit as well as pharmacy benefit space, roughly about a fifth of the market is what Biocon Biologics products right now command. Now, coming specifically to adalimumab, this was a very large asset, and there were about 10 players who got approval and are right now in the market to get a share of their market. But at this point in 2023 calendar year, the originator continued to hold over 97, 98% almost market share. We're starting to see biosimilars chip away at that in calendar 24. But we've said in the past as well that it is in calendar 25 that you will really start seeing the biosimilars opportunity for adalimumab opening up. And we're very well positioned on this. We have a great product. We have a very successful franchise in Europe. We are amongst the leading ones in Germany and France, the two biggest countries in Europe. So we are very confident that we will, along with our partners there, be very, very successful once the market starts opening up in the US.
Right. Could you just tell us about the new biosimilar launches planned for FY25 and even the filing you are planning to go ahead with?
A couple of new product launches that have been waiting in the wings for a very long time. And right now we are awaiting FDA inspection for, which is our insulin aspart, which is the first to the market, which will be the first biosimilar once approved. And also our bevacizumab, which is also waiting in the wings. Both products have cleared the test on the science part of it. We are just awaiting the inspection so that we can bring both these products to patients as quickly as possible. There are two other very interesting provisions that we made so that we can launch products into the market. We were able to reach license and settlement agreement with Janssen, J&J, to bring Stelara, a biosimilar, to the market. Now, Stelara, as you know, is a very successful asset in the immunology space. Just the U.S. market alone for that asset is $7 billion. Worldwide sales of about $11.3 billion. So it's a very significant asset. And Biocon Biologics will be amongst the first wave companies launching this in the United States. We also were able to get a very nice settlement done with Regeneron in Canada for aflibercept, which is biosimilar to Eylea, and we have the first to launch status now, and we will look to launch that in the coming fiscal.
Sure. Shreyas, I also wanted to get a sense of the balance sheet side of things, because I think there's just a residual amount that you have to pay to Viatris. What are you going to do to kind of repay that? What's the net debt situation? And is there any other plans of fundraising?
Yeah, and I think this is something that that we've been talking about right since the acquisition. I just want to again reiterate, we've been listening to our investors, we've been listening to analysts about this, and in response to that, Biocon Biologics was able to early settle $250 million of our acquisition debt. I think that indicates clearly that our intent is to reduce the acquisition debt as quickly as possible, even ahead of time, which is what we did in the year that went by. That was one. The second thing is the payments that you asked about, the deferred payments to Viatris. One of them was related to the acquisition of the asset. That part we've already accomplished. We will be looking to close out the deferred payment as quickly as possible in the current fiscal. That leaves us with the position of how we've looked at monetizing assets. We've signed up exclusive supply arrangements. We've been able to bring more liquidity into the system. And if you look at what options we have ahead, we've always said that there has been interest in investments both at Biocon Biologics as well as at Biocon Ltd. We also have the option of getting further equity into the company, and that's something we will discuss and disclose as these deals mature, and we'll be in a position to share more details once we get there.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now, giving us an understanding in terms of the outlook of the company going forward as well. That was the management of Biocon Biologics joining in with us this afternoon.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.